Ye de kaka ye ho. Now see this. Me be kire ma de bi. See this. Ghana delegation pavilion ribbon cutting ceremony October 2021. We nya botre pa. Inti see energy minister no. E de na si energy minister na ekọ America in this moment okoye dan Ghana delegation pavilion ribbon cutting ceremony. Omo ko America, Texas. Ako give me too much. Maybe you know sometimes you know grab and tell here. Ena dia na yakwa no ho ohwe ina poster na NRG Center Houston, Texas. Monday, August 16, 2021, 9:30 to 12:30 p.m. Honorable Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh, Minister of Energy. And as speakers are almost free Ghana, Aqua America. Almost by America, abe catach. Into when you drive with you go. Adentra, ye call ribbon cutting, America. Nyabutrepa. And I'll say, Honorable Andrew Ejapamesa, or full plane about America. Muna mutio, Adaya, ye baby car ribbon mu. Nyina ba beda hotel. Omo do girlfriends di omo chiba. Omo beje per diem. E muna mutio, me de me kire mo. Omo de short cut no, e full plane aba. Hey, ye de, just ni pe nya botre pa. Say ni pe nya botre dwo e be jai. I'm telling you, say ni pe nya botre one day we get up and then we are done, we will retire. We will retire very early because omo full plane the free Ghana. Aba United States of America. Abede omo ribbon cutting, ribbon pavilion ribbon cutting. Adentra omo nyina for plane. Ena hwan biom His Excellency Hajia Alima Mahama. Ono de otwa omo. Ena hwan Mr. Egbert Fabio Jr. CEO Petroleum Commission Ghana. Ono so for plane ni bi aba. Diom yentumi nya na ozumo. Yentumi nya we nyina ozumo. We need to make sure so ya diom nyina gu plane mu. Yen ye na etua mo aba. Who else? Mr. Benjamin K. And Mr. Joe Mensa. Abrofu bititemu. Dr. Kofi K. Sapon. KK Sapon so kahon. Urade. Daniel Macticoli. McDan so kahon. Omnom nim nyansa wo wiase omo de ba America. Offshore Technology Conference. Offshore Technology Conference. Hey, Ghana, you Jimmy O. First time I read to be Huma Ghana. And Dr. Mustafa Hamid. Wallahi. Mahama was giving one chief one car. Wallahi, this country is destroyed. Or who played and or the MPA boss, or who played about America. Or Beka. Or they never said the war America saying, Wallahi, Nyanko po one castle wa Sao free jato be kuna to actually. Wallahi. Okay. So Nyanko po nyabo tra, sao free like jata we o free jatawi. O free jatawi, o be kuna to actually wallahi. O the Bible, o the Quran chantro, epe power. When nim kokos abe wa twen Ono so be fu play ni bi no aba. Ena wan Mr. K Osei Prempeh ono so be fu bi. Enti we be koso omu nyina be fu play na ba. What a country. Adentra ye ba offshore technology conference 2021 oil and gas conference. Into omo ko Texas. Omo do omo nyansa ne ko me na we mu no omo di echi we nyina why I just don't get it. So this is 2021. Now Sahra West Africa oil gas. Into your set na set in the guase. Where's another set to omo ko ye dube 20. Mo This country is a waste. Ekufuado, you're very useless. These people. Share omo kono. Ejapamesa. Where you're from the US West Africa Sharing Prosperity. So West Africa Oil and Gas Forum. West Africa Oil and Gas Forum. US West Africa Sharing Prosperity in Oil and Gas Resources. Like really? So like Jimmy sa what kind of people? You know how much we are going to spend on these clowns? One echo ejapamesa o kan bi. One numri sa o kan o dey yen nsentua. Ya Jimmy o me say na wan hajia ma amasa ginem. Ai Joe Mensa ginem. Inti sankofo we nyina Mr. Kimesi Quinyen here was a DN and senior Kwesi Hozi. Now the funny thing is senior Kwesi Hozi no only a chief executive officer Ghana Chamber of Bulk Oil Distribution or distributors or no kan ho and sahwe adefoforo ha Mr. Edwin Alfred Provincial said the honestly a managing director bulk oil storage and transportation bust into your bako every Jimmy, what are they coming that they cannot sit in Ghana and be on the internet and watch and contribute? Because there are more players, pampa, omobenya sa skill no that training yes sideline omunyina and it's the same old people. Time boss oil ira and sankofu ya na no mo. Time MPA criminality isi we gofu ya no mo. Nothing has changed. Yes so gofu ya so mbra bruchiri, almost some girlfriends embra ni nkwasiasam Ghana pa hey. Me say and no, me ra hwa just say me hu dia menka. Ye give me too much. Na I just don't get it. Why this? Why do you have to carry all these people to America? Why? Is everybody going to speak at a conference? Why are you carrying everybody, all these people? Let's say, why in the first place, why do you need that? Now, shall we? Honorable Minister's evening encounter. Honorable Minister's evening encounter with Ghanaians in Houston, Texas. No evening encounter. Napo, ne hwene se bomb am blast. No evening encounter. Or come here to an hotel. Or kwakoda Mayfair. Or ba amia haika man chauffeur German 9 chauffeur. No I drive it. Or ba mi amedi or sadi oba di ne chiaba. Ye say ti oba ne sika ye tua ne per diem. Na ye jimia ye tia enkorampo nya bebi ntire nsua de. We mo enyom no mo obia de nipa 3 di nechi obia de nipa 3 di nechi o ma charges ankofo no. If you like, let's go into it and enter the US embassy. You will see. Just say credit team there. Just say be do 10 and no bomo na ko because we waju so be save krona enye ye. Enye ye. These are clowns. In the Honorable Minister's evening encounter with Ghanaians in Houston, Texas on the margin of 2021 OTC. Guest of honor Matthew Poku Prempe, venue Houston Marriott West Loop by the Gallery. 17 date Tuesday. Okay, time 5 to 8 p.m. Dia no mokoka. Ghana for the no more Texas on we oil field and oil industry. That's it. You dimnya much say media. You didn't want to ase. Omubeba no abeka brofo tin. No, nothing will come out of this. More Texas. I am on free. Na mesi program ne kwso mo obeko no bia nto MPP for the tiwo meeting urade the MPP food soldiers na de connection de oboba abrochire no yes mombra na mommehye ho se ne be Ghana for be onsia be bibi we ye de ho budget brewa etumi ku Yakubu mesi we no budget no ye de bowa mesi sala na ma wi nyina be free utrim. Like we have no focus, we are just walking, we are just useless, we just waste money. Oh napo the kind of mess or be causing educational sector we una be signing sa a contract full way a krubia kana ponka da jail ka uno deputy no and kamu da jail you signed a fraudulent deal and na toy president say no we Jimmy ho hawie me amfa wonko ha ne ko Jimmy ho mo and what na be energy and Jimmy bi almost say Jimmy munyina mo ko Texas akokansam no ho. We have Zoom, we have whatever. Why can't you do these things on Zoom? Why do you need to spend all the time in Texas? Abra ejuma also here. Our energy sector is on its knees. And you foolishly say me call Texas. You have a deputy. You have experts in that field who can go and represent Ghana. Oh yeah, we can pick just 3 experts in this field from Ministry of Energy, 3 or 2 people to fly them and say, you, these 2 people, go and represent Ghana. You are the experts. You know the technical things. Now you switch me for when you know Egbert Fable, Jimmy. Adanya, yeah, ko Texas. Yen you bet ko change Sibia West Africa oil gas and Kwasi Asamkwa. You want experience from glass nkwa. Ni yete glass nkwa na yeka nyansasem che na mudi mu Jimmy de motu fin to ho. Se yete abroche na yeka adwene kirem no. Mo pa nyansa no mo pese mo for play na mo bra glass nkwa be pie nyansa. Ejimi fo. Se yeka kirem. Se eba se yeka nyansasem che na mo bu ofu. Omo ti abroche e na mo keka o adwene kire ye. Ejimi fo mo ntena ho na mo fa mu man na. Mo ba ha. Mo so mo se mponche. Na mo ba ha. Na mo ba ye dai. Mo be pa nyansa wa ha koye. Na mo ntena ho ncho mo nyansa nye. These guys are criminals, Jack. Intina me de chiremo. Musika no so so ko. Om do Jimmy be say no, e do Jimmy asaba. Ne asa trim 4 more. Na toilet to. Na o twa bibi ko ntumi twa. Ai, Mr. President he's blind. You people should not take care of him. Ebiesida. Take care of the president. He is blind. Nenye fra. He is he is what? Partially blind. Oh, PB. And I have blind HB. Mo president nenye fra. Mo de mamo hwe na mo fanya politics. And let me give you people some breaking news right now. Canada Japan opeso be MPP chairman. The plan is opeso to Freddie Blay. Aye. Se si ano NPP for no we the bloggers muntwa we nkodidi. Me say na say come here do match. Let me give you some insights. Story ye but let me just give it to you guys. Canada Japan ni idea nyina de oye nyina bebrebe Ghana gas wakoda ha wakodi de committee on say he's trying to be very visible onim de oye na Nekufu Addo aka kire say de sibi anyoma ekono de he should come and fight for chairmanship city amobeti bibi opeso betu Freddie Blay because no his life is on the line when government changes onim baby obe end enti Nekufu Addo aka kire say you come and fight Freddie Blay and become the chairman of NPP na the message of the beba say it will never be under my watch and this beba power. Ejimi for because yay Kennedy aba. So Kennedy is coming for your chairmanship position or MPP mu. Mo dia montina ho na monka se Kevin Taylor like cancel. Dia all ba be no. And Nekufu Addo nim say, "Masa, so afa Kennedy amba na wan be to trust ma. And intina when I appointed some kwatena sa committee no so. And when I say appointing manaba Ghana gas. The reason why I was shifting akwa Ghana gas and say onim say bia or privileges committee they will strip him off that position or parliament sir chairman of the intelligence DND committee no Nekufu Addo knows the probability of him being sacked from that committee no it is high. Now he needs to compensate Kennedy because all the crimes that Kennedy committee and Nekufu Addo knows about it. There's a video he has confirmed it say Bonibia Odin Oganebia, he is being supported by Nana Addo Dankwa Nekufu Addo from the Jubilee House, from the death of Ahmed Swale all the way to JB Dankwa to Nkwasasemu Odi Ogana nyina. He has told everybody say Nekufu Addo the supporting into no. He knows where he's heading. Into Ebioko Privileges Committee, they might strip him off that position now. Or a chairman of DND committee, intelligence DND, and it's quickly we're compensating Ghana gas because Nekufu Addo no Osuro Kennedy oni Kennedy abokro no a committed some crimes bia onim say obokeles na o ma Kennedy bufua ne tuechi it too me the money me too many people have not thought of it. Suddenly Kennedy Japan is the board chair of Ghana gas. He might lose that position in parliament. So see, and the next agenda is to get the chairmanship of NPP. Obeso to Freddie Blay. If Kennedy is able to be the chairman of NPP, what he would do is to force Bawumia on NPP. I know what they are doing. That is the plan. Because Kennedy and Nekufu Addo and Gabby Dems, they definitely want Bawumia to run for president. Because he is the only young, ignorant puppeter they can manipulate. Because Omunisa Bawumia, he cannot take decisions on his feet. Bawumia is not somebody who is coherent, somebody who can make decisions. It will actually change anything. And they know for them to still rule this nation, they need to get somebody they can manipulate. They can't do that to Alan Cash. Upon all the things that problems I have with Alan Cash, Nekufu Addo, Gabi, Bedie Tuomnyanim say they can still rule from the sidelines when Bawumia is president. It is a share map now. Because the person who has started promoting Bawumia's campaign is Kennedy. And if Kennedy gets that nod to be the chairman of NPP, the probability of them getting Bawumia as their flag bearer is high. Because suddenly their life is 50-50. They don't know what they are going to go through. That is the plan. Media DBA, my mom breaking news. Bloggers, moncha and unkudidi. na ebebim in Jesus name. Amen. Amen. And one way Jimmy Sumuni Dimatem. And all right, let's move forward. Now, COVID-19 numbers are going up. COVID-19, Ghana recorded 2,500 cases in first 2 weeks in July. 2,500 cases in first 2 weeks in July. COVID-19. Na munsha debi. Sa semwe say ama obu mfo nwumre ya. Mr. Article, good evening. Oko Ghana and wakowi sala namno. I don't know whether you are back or not. Odi ewe. Oba betwe wa ha. So the issue is now within just 2 weeks, we've recorded 2,500 cases. Now, Shadi, look at something. COVID-19, over 10,000, over Nipa Impimudu Ghanaians were evacuated in 2020. Yes, COVID hit you know. Shelley Oyokubochi, the Foreign Affairs Minister, now say COVID hit you know. Ghana for no more in Kron so the Nipa 10,000 the buy. Sa sikana versus for Yokufu Dino. Sa sikana na say dey COVID no omo pe baby di sikana hyehyɛ ohun de ombeka akire mo som de nipa 10,000 and so Ghana for mo abrochire ni nkura no mo akire mo a COVID na hit no nipa 10,000 ni 10,000 de omo ba Ghana mo yan kind story no e go for we ohun Nyankopɔ be ku obro nyamba I say the Minister for Foreign Affairs and Regional Integration, Shelley Oyokuboche, has informed Parliament that over 10,000 Ghanaians were evacuated from countries across the world during the COVID-19 pandemic in 2020. She went on to say this. According to her, this was part of effort by the government to come to the aid of many nationals who were stranded abroad due to the pandemic. Answering questions on the floor of Parliament on Thursday, July 2nd, 2021, Shelley Oyokuboche said, $1.5 million. she said $1.5 million was expended on the cost of airfare for evacuees. You evacuate while you are an evacuee. Say your employer, no your employee. Say you are a slappy. And so the evacuees from the UAE, you be free Dubai by UAE, from China, you be free Lebanon West and Central Africa, whilst 44 million Ghana cedis was spent on quarantine for the evacuees. Hey, you had 1.5 million. And you had two that they no play mobile for free. Obiamfo ai odokunaba fashion bag yentem na COVID eba mo yentem e na sheli mo ai mo yentem fo wonya odokuno o kai say the dokunu bi ko wo mo o kai say the dokunu bi ko wo dokunu bi na stick atare so ai dokunu ni sadi be 7 bi aha you come Chinese for Ghana for over China no monfo odokuno no way wo de jadokunu kura ho na na se embefa monko eno munyina afo ye ene ne spend $1.5 million ene de for munyina Dubai e ye call Central Africa ene munyina monfo plane si wo ye gi receipt ene ye wie no omo beduru Ghana no menkofie monko de hotel ene say 44 million monko de hotel hey damn it ejo eni say I almost didn't do a show today. And you understand the nipa yebiem. Every day I go for. Hey, you had $1.5 million and a form of sea play mobile. And almost I do you know. You had 44 million Ghana cedis. You had mom baby die quarantine. You quarantine omo. Quarantine. You see I'm quarantine yo. And I'm about to quarantine omo. 44 million. Jesus Christ. Me catch you say so for Ekufu with this cano or the Ekufu oma chase can di or the Ekufu ado. He say omo pe baby this can ura. Me be say me busa Ghana for say. See e ka say ye the nipa 10,000 by Ghana. Onim nipa e friend 10,000 people. This is 10,000 capacity basketball field. Wait, a stadium. Wait, when you friend 10,000. See e ka say 10,000 I say the air can just say a small thing. E ka say 10,000 capacity ya. Nipa 10,000 ni. Ghana government say, more than nipa 10,000. The nipa say, you can't nipa 10,000. How do you say you can't? As I'm getting to the Ghana, the ba Ghana. Inti engine di. Moka Jesus from no. Moka Jesus from time of Jesus we na Peter monne omoko akọ na Mary moko ho anopa no se Mary Magdalene mo se omoko Jesus tomb no omoko na Jesus was sorry okọ ohene no eye Nyankopɔn ba no ohun kronkron no nti omoko Yesu tomb nim no na angel bi yi no ho na oka kire mo se mo hwehwe wan na mo se ye hwehwe Nyankopɔn ba no na o se mo hwehwe Jesus from Chiwa bi da Jesus from Chiwa no na me kan no na original Jesus from nine mo hwehwe wan na see omutrase mami take this picture of Rabbi Chema David mo a munji MPP di no munji omunni na be Jesus from that to ho na mo wura tomb nim na angel no pie na mo nya see omutrase mo hwehwe wan ye pa che hwehwe Onyankopɔn ba no na mo say Onyankopɔn ba na sorry was sorry inti monko wiase na monko kanchiro bia eno munya yesi because that angel no light that the name do eno munya pie eno mudimika pin enwum na Jesus from Twidia no some 90s kids mo tiase ena ti inti omonko eno eno monko duru na just esuafo no papa na ochechire mu echire voice em de tu esuafo no nyina abo koncha esuafo no nyina abo nkonsa omo nyina enwinwi Yesu wewunti eye Petro eni Simon mu nyina aye din ehwa na mani wura ho eye Yesu oni ho ena Peter say he Yesu ni ho Peter say drama on jako ena Thursday bi mi tikura me ya ena imane ba Mary delay mu ba Yesu oni ho Yesu sorry ena Peter say Yesu be na sorry Mubwa asem na muka nsa no eye Onyankopɔn hom konkron na ka kire yesi e meka kire mo say Yesu sorry oso ne mubwa mi anka se me kwa kɔhwɛ Petro mumma yankɔ ene free Mary Magdalene no munji yendi Petro munji yendi eno na mpesa meka kire munji hyele ayiko bo twendi o se 10,000 people ye de om nyina baaye ene ye de biom ene yesade 1.5 million ede bombaye ombeduru ene se munji yendi ene yesade 44 million Ghana se wen kwalantai omo ho ene omo 44 million Ghana no e kwalantai omo ho ohwinim e before we na de omdi agro omo kumu Jesus from update or remember Jesus from update na kasa update na ene de say comedies kakra me de mamo ayin inti munji oyoko bo twendi 1.5 million and 444 million Ghana cedis. Munji omundi. Ai next time mu nipa bebu no. President ne afra o. We nyina onhu o. Me se president ne afra. Why set tetika no. Into oto. Saska o no wagide de awie o. Muna mo blow. Me se munji yendi Petro. Shall I come just say munji ye MPP for ni. I intended da ho no mo fa ne sa. Ye de gina mo. Next time mu nipa bebu no. Inti I already started and I quote, the government successfully evacuated a total of 10,025. Or said 25 assassin, or Chelsea with Jimmy Chen. On 10,000 flat, and I can say, where do you or Chelsea Jesus from strategy, no? Okay, Jesus from baby Abudriana, Akukono Wohona, Akukono. Ebe bono tamana Yesu ti wobi na police for funfun bi omo bobo Yesu na Yesu estimu na Yesu Yesu so abreu na Yesu da ho na Peter eko gina Yesu nchen anwumbre bi no Jesus from Twidia da metrem no na oti Jesus nchen a odi ntoma bi akata ho no na Yesu ka say Peter eno say Yesu eno say akoko be bon e ma obia eja me ho eno say dabi Yesu me de me nipa no enti time na odi Yesu ye points na Mami concern bi MPP ni e de say mami na oti MPP for headquarters no agye bi no concern bi no no so te ho ela sa mami concern say papa we minim nanim e Peter say wunimu wo hefa o say minim no o ka Yesu afo no o say me nka Yesu afo no na fum aha enti munji o munni but like joke like joke. So Jesus from the easy yo. First story the enko be be time no. I say, sure na say I. Mami kon concern me na oti MP before a headquarters Hajia Fati. Jesus no Hajia Fati bi wom. And oto say, papa we dey minim no. And Peter said, say Saturday Yesu din ka che Peter say, akoko be bom prensa no. Na we jame ho. Na we mama. And Peter said, me Yesu me se me di wechi kopi se obewu ure fi se bitwa obi asoma ho no se me se akoko mbom premier nsa no na we yi mama inte ho na Peter steam oni Yesu bo ho o ma Yesu ai na so mo plane e ho na Hajia Fati No so to corner papa we dey say minimum no and the police is up unim no wen and Peter say unim minimum no o say okay yes for no na mo nam krom aja fa tiri no konkonsa and Peter say me minim papa we baby a minimum wen fa and Peter frum e wan e tisa akokora ku Jesus from my share the verse ado enti munji o mundi ya best mo ma mura ba ho mu sabo so mutiefuo mu nkwasa sem kwa na mudi mo na mo beble o munji yandi Petro ai all right let's move forward. Now, stop collecting personal details of mobile phone subscribers, court to NCA. And this is a very important story. A whole story, I will say, discuss it. Like, the court has ordered, say, NCA should stop collecting personal data of Ghanaians. Now, somewhere can before elections, the High Court has ordered the National Communication Authority. What do you say, National Communication Authority? Sakwano, ena ehwo anochi. You can start somewhere from day one. So they were collecting your data. They were taking information from Ghanaians without the permission of Ghanaians. So that story I was saying by now, nanka nipa 50 SU MTN for the fair. Nanka ma say SU NCA. Individuals so anko bienya $4 million kwan kiswa. Me say by now, if you are Ghanaian and you are smart, you should be taking the NCA to court. By now, Menoka say they have breached one of the most sacred laws of the land. Now, the court went on to say this. The High Court has ordered the National Communication Authority, NCA, to stop collecting. So they were still collecting, to stop collecting the personal information of mobile phone subscribers. Now, if I am a MTN subscriber, how did NCA get access to my data? How did NCA get access to my information? It means your mobile phone companies in Ghana, you need to sue MTN, Vodafone. Menoka say you people should start collecting signatures. Munya nipa 500, you all should sue and demand. I was saying, Massa, Ghana for Munya Jimino. The story goes on to say this. Per the orders of the court, the government has 14 days to delete all such data already gathered and report same to the court's register. A private legal practitioner, Francis Kwatin Arthur, took the National Communication Authority, NCA, Vodafone Ghana, MTN Ghana, and Kelny GVG to court in 2020 over President Akufo-Addo's executive instrument on the electronic communication law. It goes down to say this. This order contained in Executive Instrument 63, as argued by the Attorney General, was to enable the President to conduct contact tracing. You get it? It was supposed to enable the President and the government to conduct contact tracing as part of efforts at fighting COVID-19. So tracker no mo de buy no. We were saying it every single day. Say the tracker's job was to make sure say your data is sold to the government. And nuntinana yebusa asla say this tracker you are building, Bawumia is a criminal. In any country, Bawumia should be resigning today. In any serious country, Bawumia should be resigning. Or you're real, or you're criminal. He's a criminal, Bawumia, or you're cromfort. But what hurts me, we are even going to shorten this. What hurts me is Nipana Obuomono, they don't understand. Do you know the implication of this? Investors will never show up in Ghana. Because if you're an investor, if you're a foreign investor, and you want to come to Ghana to do business, and the whole government can have access and control over your phone, your data, because imagine a company comes to Ghana and then they're dealing with international investors and then they're sending information back and forth, very classified information on their phones, on their system, on their electronic devices, and the government of Ghana is sitting in Ghana assessing everybody's information. Now, from the day on my tracker, I had one guy we spoke to on this show, and Oka said this tracker is basically to track Ghanaians, take their data and give to the government. Yetina kroma and kofo didi yatem. And yetiha na asla owusu oni Bawumia so oma launch tracker. And Yebusam said, this tracker, the kind of information you are asking Ghanaians to put in this tracker, it is basically you are trying to access every information from them to do something with it. I'm saying, no, it is basic. It doesn't cross here. And you know, this tracker is just to notice, and now maybe say, and the court to say the government actually accessed our data. Now the question is, how is the government going to be able to get somebody who is an MTN subscriber, somebody who is a Vodafone subscriber, somebody who is whatever subscriber in Ghana, Kelvin GVG. The question is, these mobile companies, telecommunication companies, sold your data to the government. They willingly connive with the government and gave your data to the government. So as you talk to me, you being in Ghana, the government, the NCA is reading all your text messages. The NCA is entering everybody's system. They have everybody's information. How is that place conducive for business? Tell me, how will any investor who is serious about investing in Ghana, dealing with international donors, international investors who they have promised to keep their data and information safe? And in Ghana, we have a whole government. We have telecommunication companies selling your data, raw information, things that you don't want to be out there, to a government. And nobody's angry. What Jimmy Papa? That is the problem. And as I speak to you now, this guy called Arthur, his name is Francis Quatin Arthur, has opened the gates. He has opened a kind of worms. Everybody should be angry and make sure that you go to court. Sue your MTN. Sue your Vodafone. How did your data get to the government? That is your simple question. You need to put these companies where they belong. If you people allow MTN to get away with this, if you people allow Vodafone to get away with it, let me tell you, they are not going to delete anything. The court said they should go and do it and come and tell them. Anochi will not do it. That is why during election, before elections, people were saying, they were receiving messages, 4 more for another messages, NPP messages. Where do you think those messages were coming from? MTN gave your data to the government. MTN gave every single person's data, phone number, information to the government. Airtel, Vodafone, MTN, that is what they did. And Asla knows it. And Kameno can say, Aslan goes to Jina court. NCA boss and Jina court. What they have committed is one of the biggest crimes on the land. You see? But Okan is saying now, when you try to open the eyes of Ghanaians, no more do you know what they have? What the government has on you now? You are nobody. You are working there like a fool. Oh yeah. Because today, if you have some investors you are talking to now, they are listening. They know how to shut you down, how to destroy your company, how to make sure. See what they have done. It is not a joke. I don't need to be screaming about this. Oh, you're Ghana in there. So those people sitting in Ghana say, fix yourself. You see the problem? The system has been hijacked. There are criminals who are leading us in Ghana as communication ministers, as vice president, as NCA bosses. The system is not right. The system is not right. Those people leading us are criminals. They are thieves. Most of them have to rot in jail. This is a crime. I'm even surprised the court just said they should go and delete it. In the first place, they've had it all this while. What shows that they are going to genuinely delete it? Do you have any sophisticated technology to see, say, NCA has deleted it? You don't. You can't just sit in your office and say, go and delete it. You Ghanaians have nothing. Ye Jimmy Dodo, ye kano kra, ni ama obia onimhwe Jimmy Nibia, se bi akobo ne jantre bia betena TV so, and fix yourself. Na akwo otwin bia no hu film bi so ye actor. Or better fix yourself. The issue is those we have given power to make sure say and dealing with these things. They are criminals. Asla, Baumia, Anoche. Those people, they don't even deserve to live in Ghana. I'm telling you, because what they have done. If you have a business in Ghana today, if you're having serious conversation with investors, if you are having some confidential conversations on your phone, your basic information you don't want anybody to know, it could be your bank transactions, it could be your health, Your health information is not supposed to get out there. Maybe you traveled, you went to see a doctor for a specific illness. You don't want it to get out there. These people have been able to tap and they are keeping it. Do you know what they do with that? They sabotage people with it. They sabotage people. So these people, that is their trademark. That's their hallmark. And do you know what they can do? If there's an investor sitting somewhere thinking going to Ghana to do business with this government, you are a fool. I'm telling you, it hurts me to say this, but it is important because these people leading us, they are criminals. Osla is a criminal. For some time now, I've decided not to mention her name. I gave her a little bit of respect. Not knowing or your Kromfo or your Oba Kromfo. Osla does not deserve to be at the communication ministry. They are supposed to be. In fact, anytime there's a change in government, Osla has to go to jail. Because this particular thing, as the communication minister, as the NCA, Anochi has to go to jail. Bawumia himself, Sako no person with the president, no. Bawumia is a lame duck. Or your young. Wait, or your concert bull, no matter no more show, no, or politics. If you're Ghanaian watching me right now and you are not pissed enough, then I don't know what going to piss you off. That is why before the election, I'm on your MP before messages, now I'm for complaining. Why am I getting message from MTN? Why is Vodafone sending me? It was targeted message. It was targeted message because they gave them your information and they still have it. Court saying that they should just go and delete, and it's a waste of time because they already have backups. They have you in their hand. They are going to start doing things to you people. You have no idea. They have every shit on you people. You think you are doing me. How will a government know and send you specific message? Vote for this person. Vote for it. And it was targeted because they have that. Apply common sense. You should sue. If we get 100, 500 Ghanaians going to court on this matter, you will see what will happen. Me say if we get 500 customers of MTN, 500 customers of Vodafone, 500 customers of Airtel or whatever, they all coming together to sue this, you will see what will happen. They will come out and tell you the truth. You see, MTN, the people have made them so powerful. They take your money, they disrespect you. Vodafone, they sit in Ghana and see people like you are fools. Because you people are always waiting on God. You people are always waiting. Nyankopon doesn't have time for your foolishness. Now do you know what God is doing? Udimi ena eya osama ho chiro yemfa nyame ni omubedi ene na Akufo Addo capitalize so okuni panda on kahwe ene na kana didi jimi ne ho Ghana no into okuni panda Ghana for we the nembre bedu nyame beye no so twitwo because that is what he understands. Oboni patuo what destroy nipa ene tie na mbesam ka bi che Kwesi Twum me say sa wonya de kennedy kana you need to respond in court. Forget me say me ba ho. Inside Jimmy Netuna Bedru Handeno. Media, I'm just informing you. Timuntam Jimmy. COVID-19 aba. Almost the end. COVID-19 slowed down speedy execution of Sino Hydro Road project. Mr. COVID-19 one day Tiana Rebecca Akufo Addo press conference say. They say I didn't do no. Sorry. Yet Akufo Addo Rebecca Nankasa be press conference say. Since the COVID hit STT and Uja for chat under 2 seconds and to Nakuma about Busan Bibia COVID Rebe is COVID. So 2 seconds and you so now himself first 6 seconds. So see 2 seconds COVID. Me see Tiana Uja for press conference I catch there. You see the Ghana every problem is COVID. Ghanaians come together, join forces. I would like to say this today. Mate say fix the country, country is going on 4th August. It is good, but I want to ask a simple question. Nobody is against fix the country 4th August. Nobody. We are all Ghanaians. But what different thing are you going to say? NDC4 and Ghana for joining NDC4 your fix the country demonstration didn't say. What else are you going to say? No, that's my question. And I don't hate the fix the country, but I want somebody to come out and tell me what different thing they are going to say. When they go out and demonstrate, you need to write something and present. What different thing are you going to say are different from what Ghanaians and the NDC did and presented to the president? Because if you have anything different, totally different from what the NDC and Ghanaians came together to do. Some of us Ghanaians said they are not going to be part of. Tell me the extraordinary thing you are going to say when Fix the Country demonstration on August 4th comes on. That is what I want to know. Because if we are all fighting for the same thing, and some people are going to be selective about how to fight it, the question is, on the day NDC and Ghanaians came together as Ghanaians to demonstrate with all those people on the street to go to the Jubilee House now, letter come our president petition. They stated things that were going wrong in this country. So I just want to know, Fix the Country demonstrators on the 4th of August is fine, it's better you guys go, it is important, we are all Ghanaians. What different thing are you guys going to say? What are the different things? What's the extraordinary thing you guys are going to say? So a simple question. Nobody hates anybody. We are all here. We are building together, but we cannot build when we are divided up front. It's never going to work. That is the most difficult thing. Some people don't want to understand. That is the thing. Unless somebody show me something different, Fix the Country for Eco present here, the Ghanaians now joining NDC here, they did not talk about. I want them to tell me something I've not heard. Not any NDC for petition. It's very, very important. But when it comes to things like a year, MTN, Vodafone, we all have to come to, I will say here anything we want to do. You know why? Because some people cannot even get on WhatsApp. Some people are on just Signal. Some people are just on Telegram because they don't feel comfortable. They know the system. No, it is a system and the government is monitoring everybody. And those people in positions, they all know. So this should be even the first priority of Ghanaians because that is the suppression of free speech. Do you know that? The government is suppressing people. Indeed, 10% of what we make a comment on Facebook. That is how bad the Kufuor's governance is. Now see this. No ban on small scale mining. Go back to work. Mreku duka. Me say, galamse munyina el capitano no. Galamse munyina el chairman. Galamse munyina chairman. And ya be the deputy and the lance minister. And they were catch a you for say. Galamse yambani bia wow uye a small scale miner bia ko. That means from day one, and kwasia sama ya di nyina ya shin kofo excavate nyina ya hye kwa. Because at the end of the day, if you come back some 500, then you come to tell people say, oh, if you're a small scale miner, go and do galamsey, not or small scale mining. Now, all the excavators we burnt in Ghana, they belong to small scale miners. So you want to tell me, say, from day one, when you were burning people's investment, when you were destroying Ghanaians' investment, using that term blanket halt on galamsey, or you put a blanket on small scale miners and illegal miners. People were saying that small scale miners have the requisite equipment and requisite licenses to mine. People were screaming, small scale miners have certificates. The government has given them certificates to mine. You people said no. Every single person doing small scale mining falls under galamsey. And you went into forest. You didn't demand anything. You started burning excavators. You have destroyed people's life. Some people have been shot dead. Some people have been imprisoned. Some people had legit reasons for mining. You put all these people under illegal mining. Today, after all the mess you caused, the lives you destroyed, after the investments you destroyed, people died through that because they could not raise the money back to their banks. You turn around and say, small scale miners, go back. There's no ban. Are you mad? No consequences. So all the shit that you caused, we should just forget it and move forward. Hey. So ukofa galamsey for chairman say ombra minister. This is where we get to. So it means to say, oh man, yeah, show me excavator, yeah, yeah, small scale miners. Show me documents. We didn't want to see their face. Just shut everybody down because everybody is part of. So what has actually changed? Now, Jesus Christ. People died because they could not raise money to pay their loans. People died because Ghana soldiers and police shot Ghanaians at the back and killed them. People are now rotting in jail, and majority of these people were all employed by small-scale miners who had certificates, who had licenses to operate. And the government of Ghana, led by Akufo-Addo with Bawumia, said, kill them, jail them. As I speak to you today, one Chinese need to Ghana prisons. And then he turns around the next day. Let's forget it. There's no ban on small-scale mining. I'm telling you. They have sent Mrekuduka to come and make that announcement. Why do you think this announcement is coming at this time? I thought the president told us recently that mining there is out because the issue is we need to protect our water bodies nationwide. So why is it now today they say small-scale miners should go and they'll go and mine well? Without supervision, how will you know that they are going to go mine well? Because now, Omonia Soja, now they are bleeding. Now they need to go back and make the money that they've lost. Some people are still being chased by their banks. They have timelines. Now, you think that person is going to go back and go according to the rules and regulations in mining and mine safely? You are mad. These people are wounded. These people are going there and the destruction is going to be crazier than before. Because one, they didn't get to the bottom of their problems. They were screaming, give us our excavators. We went to banks to take money to buy these excavators. You ignored them. They were screaming, we are dying. You ignored them. Now they need to pay their loans. Now they need to pay back the government. Now they are going to go in and make you understand that they also lost something and they need to retrieve that back. So now that they said that ban on small-scale mining is over, everybody can go in there. You will see the destruction. How are you going to save the water bodies? This government is a bunch, this whole people are a bunch of fools. They do things, populist things, without thinking about it. They are, in fact, foolish men and women leading us today. I'm telling you, this MPP government, Jimmy Ford Dosu Papa. The government has lost it. The same way the government has lost everything. No ideas again. Those people you are saying today, you recognize them as small-scale miners, they will show you something. You have to understand this. If I'm a small-scale miner, now I lose to billions of cedis, billions of dollars. You, the same government, took my excavators and used them to do your own business. If I'm a small-scale miner, I had a legitimate document, license to operate, and you this same Mrekuduka, Eko Ewusi, Kojo Ponkruma, Chairman Wontumi, Professor Frimpong Boateng, and the Bajojo Frimpong Boateng, with the president himself and Charles Bisu, and all those thieves took Ghanaians something they have invested in from them. Use that same equipment to mine illegally. And today you tell them that, oh, after we have made so much money. Now we have been able to use you to make our money. We have been able to kill some of you people to now gain power again. We have used that thing to become who we are today. So go back and then go and work. And then you are telling the same people to go and save the water bodies. How are you going to do that? Actually, Jimmy ni enkwana be side way. Yeah, Jimmy, because majority in penifom DS be Jimmy. Especially NPP are by way from the presidency to the last person. Unya nipa 20% dominion nyansa. Jimmy any populism and a dama kumem. So you are still sitting there waiting and say you are going to save River Ankobra, but he said I should go back. Now say me lose this car. Now me bank chimenda. I feel na obejina kwa obeka chem say and I when I read the story he said the soldiers those soldiers, they will release them to protect the water bodies. Can they protect all the water bodies in Ghana? The only solution to this problem is to shut the mining down. Nobody mines till we get clean water. Now, if you say the soldiers to sit, so they are going to sit by the riverside. Do you think where they are sitting is where they are mining? Where if water is going to get dirty, you have to know, say the water that is going to be messed up is going to come from like 10 miles. Yet circle and obi shanke wa kaswa into all shanke wa kaswa no e fino and the free kaswa ba into soldier for no obi abegina joint mo Jimmy Papa. These people are the people leading you people. Everyday. Yes, say you so yen say so be police regional. Me so the about 10 to house with area had them cover 2 miles. There nobody is going to do what I'm saying here. In so never said and send for about 10 to know. In so ne say for 15 miles. Shanky wo ho neba. In majority of the rivers are here polluting. They don't do the shanking even in the river. They divert the water a little bit off riverbanks. No, they run, then they shank from there. Almost shanky na fasa tananuma na ba be main river nim. It wote kaswa thinking say ujina condition in Sona Banel area. It is not there. Now you have given them the go ahead to go do that. In Sona say Ekufuado is a terrible old dying man. Near to Kromana, Solomon Owusu, he has learned everything about mining. He has learned everything. America, I don't say two galamsewa, a small scale mining. American Sobian wa I say he is in Colorado. Right now, he works with one of the best companies in America when it comes to small scale mining and how to mine not to affect the river bodies and the environment. This guy came with Abrofo Monsieur Jumalo no Monsieur. Let's go to Ghana and contribute. Charles Bisu ko bodasum. And almost say Solomon Owusu, Bibia ne ya, and a Ghana na politics, and a Solomon Owusu son in Yoma, and over America. Me sisi eti krumha. Yani ye Jimmy to the point to say, ye hu Jimmy no ye benya hu faso very soon. Now see this. It's a shameful development that is highly attached to the failures of this government. This government has been on the record label for making cheap promises and easy failure on the promises that they make. Richard Nyaku told Star News, and the caption is simple. Eastern Regional Hospital, no single block late, exactly a year after sword cutting. Where the main kangoshi, so person this our topic we are here. It is in your front. Men person me kasa bibiri was our topic we hu. After a year, Eastern Regional Hospital, after Ekufuado did sword cutting, a year, a block has not been laid. This is Nana Dankwa Ekufuado's Ghana.
Mogoto Kumanche for that matter. Itawo no go on paper. Itawo no go on the ground. No friend about it. Look at you about the implementation. There are two things: implementation and what do we call it? I will not go on the ground. So they can be a mean if you're short cutting, ground breaking. So what is the difference between ground breaking and short cutting? You want me and get block after and get knife cutting instead of short cutting. We're going to what we call it blade cutting. You have a launching. From launching there, we go to what? Commissioning. From commissioning, we have a scissor cutting. We have a short cutting, or ground breaking, or knife cutting, or blade cutting. You want to get you now. We have a short cutting. Never really can have a knife cutting or blade cutting.
Yeah, so that is it there. Yeah. I just got a message from, I don't know if I should mention his name, but hey, he's also another journalist who also looks at the issues. And also, I think he's making a good point here. He just sent me a message. He said, I believe the reason for the mining U-10 is because they realize the courts are going to grant a lot of compensations for lost earnings. I am sure that forms part of the reasons. Maybe the courts have asked them to preempt any incoming judgment debt payment. And this is very, very valid. It's coming from Masamusa from GN Radio in UK. Masamusa just sent us this message, and I thought it was good to read to you. So it also makes sense because a lot of people are going to go to court, are actually in court looking and asking for their money. And then the court have no option than to pay them this money. Now, the only way you can tell these people, oh, Jack, you know something, not to take this judgment debt is to make sure you make it easy for them to go back and work and make that money back. So it could be part of the reason why Today, the government is saying small-scale miners can go back and mine. No ban on small-scale mining. So Masamusa's statement is very, very, very valid. It makes a lot of sense because suddenly, this is shocking. Like, you said we are fighting this. We are bringing soldiers. You're going to protect the water bodies. And you said you are putting a blanket on everything, illegal and legal, till we see the water change color. Suddenly you come and said, small-scale miners there, you can go. So what are you telling us? It means that something is happening somewhere. They know it's a judgment that's be ba. A man for a court. How are you going to make sure this stops? The only way is behind the scenes. You tell them, go back and destroy the water more. Go back and cut down the cocoa trees. Go back and destroy people's farm. Go back and do. Because let's be honest here. Let me be very honest with you. The small scale miners going back to work with license, majority of them will not follow the rules. Many times they are wounded though. They are angry already. They have lost millions. This is not a time for you to be thinking about the environment. This is not a time for them to be looking at, even if initially they were thinking about the environment, to protect the environment, to sustain their business. They have come to that realization that the government does not care. When the government gives you a certificate, it's a waste of time. When the government gives you a license, now a waste, because a day will come, they will classify you as an illegal miner. So why should I worry myself? And because at the end of the day, we are grouped under one umbrella. So those people going out there, they are not going to follow any rules. They are going to damage us. It hurts me to say this to small-scale miners. They are legitimate ones. Their job is clean. They want to do the right thing. But the honest truth is 90% of them are wounded. 90% of them are bankrupt. 90% of them see this as the time to revamp, to make sure, say, whatever they lost, they bring it, they rake it back. So we are going to see crazy destruction. And remember, we are going to have these black wolves walking through, posing as if they are also small-scale miners, because they work together. They know what to do to make them feel. So almost they see them as small-scale miners. So the illegal miners, so they are frame. Now I say they're frame. Now I say sorokunu. Sorokuna film. Who is going to stop who? We have lost it. The country is done. Me, I don't need to be screaming again to tell Akufo-Addo is a toy president. There's or a toy. Or no ever ready battery or a toy president. I can't do anything again. All I can tell you is we are done. Our water is done. Our forest vegetation is done. In the next 4 years, we will be exporting, we will be importing water. Because President not so sebi onim nyansa. Omo odi djumadi ya show mo so mo hwese adwumade nso majority ni nim nyansa. Ejimifo no doso. Na me blame omo because ye ni nipa na yeti kromu ma no ye jimi chen omo. And the ohini bia nkasa. As we speak today, ohini bia ni Ghana ultimate akasa me ohini kase. Nso na ese na affect me. And I want to make an emphatic statement to say, this is the fault of the government or the president. Obian Timinka, I'm touch lie. And I wait there, Ekrona say, are you blaming me? Media, I can choose not to respect. I can choose not to respect. It will not feed you. I can choose not to respect for the rest of my life and use every word I want to use. I have the right to use it. I'm somebody's dad. I take care of myself. If you think you are listening to my words and that you're not going to do the right thing, in the next 2-3 years, Ghana is done. Our cocoa is done. I flew. Bill Gates Foundation gave me money, over 60,000 euros. Go to your own country. Go and do a demonstration, a documentary. Go there. That time you people were going through doomso. I could have said no. Yes, I cannot disgrace my country. I came there. I did it. I gave it to Nat Geo. They published it. Investors saw it. Majority of them didn't come to Ghana to do business. John Mahama's government suffered. I came back. The Africa Energy Project. I was told to go do a documentary in Ghana about the energy crisis. It's my country. I could have said no. I'm going to embarrass my country. Under John Dramani Mahama, I came there. I am the only media house with my crew that entered Car Power. We did every story, went to villages, then published it on Al Jazeera. We are here. So many investors pulled out of Ghana. The John Mahama administration struggled. Today you sit there, you want to insult me. You are a fool. You have no idea. I don't want to get angry today. I'm trying my best to stay. I don't want to get angry because only Jimmy for no 2 of 4 no Jimmy more. You see where we are? The cocoa is going. Hey, the anchor is going. The bananas are going. The rivers are going. They are gone. They have officially lifted the ban to say, go and finish us. Mirekuduka. Go to Takwa and ask about Mirekuduka. Well, she asked the Gu Obiso because of Galamsey. Mirekuduka. And then this toy president says, Mirekuduka, go and be a deputy minister at that field. Oh, but damn. Unless you are an old man who has been cursed. Unless you are bodam to make that decision and to say, Canada, Japan, go to parliament and head a very sensitive committee. Actually, we opinion on what Jimmy. And then I came to ya. And I'm saying, where's the Udia Chilbe woo? Gine Nekasan and Sasamnia and your money ye. I can say on authority, NOB can Kevin, you are part of the reason why Mahama suffered. It is true because I was doing my job. And it's not different from what I'm doing today. I am part of the reason why John Dramani Mahama lost because the documentaries we did, we did not publish it at Net 2, OBNTO. We did not give it to Joy News. We gave it to La Stampa. We gave it to Al Jazeera. We gave it to Nat Geo, where international investors read. And that is when they realized there's nothing good there. Now they are struggling. I cannot invest my money there. I will say today, I was part of the reason John Mahama's administration lost because some things were not right. And internet today, I'm sitting here and I'm making you understand to say this happening is below belt. John Mahama's administration is even better because the humility we are seeing, it has never happened before. John Mahama, through that, was able to deport about 5,000 Chinese. Do you know? Go on record. Go to immigration. It's part of the documentary. He was able to deport about 5,000 Chinese. Because we all saw how it was creeping into the system. It was building. He did his part. What did the Kufuor do? I am putting my presidency on the line. Made me boss to so. Anya ya munchan tonchini and the area association man ojare. Beibun somewhere but now nobody wants to tell him the truth. We are going back to square one. He is going to die very soon. 77 years. I can't say if he is not president today, in the next 2-3 months, he will die. He's not going to get that comfortability. He's not going to get that protection. He's not going to get that injection. He's paying $20,000 for one. He's going to die. So the issue is this man is basically building a trap, creating a trap for you and I, the young ones, to die. Anytime I can say, Jai Jimino, for party to chain, for or tribal to chain, look at the issues critically. Sebio, myself and you, why not Sebia, who does not lose anything? I don't have nothing to lose. I'm telling you for a fact. I can tell you my kids, 10 years investments I've made for my kid. You cannot even tell me what your investment is tomorrow. Oh, if we these are the basics. As a journalist, you have to speak when things are not right, irrespective of who is in front of you. That's what I mean. I don't care when people insult me for what I'm doing, because God in his own wisdom and in my heart, I know that I'm doing the right thing. I know. I have never regretted doing what I'm doing. Never. In any day. I feel sad sometimes because the people in Ghana, majority are foolish. But I have never regretted because what I did 14, 15, 16, I'm doing that now. So what is the difference here? Now see, 104 1D 1F projects operational, 150 others under construction. William Alan Chamantia na yenim. Obianti se o obiani o Alan Chamantia na yenim. Yeti krom ha. Muhinim. Mrekuduka. Amrekuduka kwa brocha nko meda nko dem. Anka meda nko dem wo hwe as the guni paso mama and minister. E won just ekro no Jimmy. Nobody has a problem with ubufu and Kevin Kasasi bi o kasa ndie mempe. Kope kuraba bi so tena na Jimmy free and I come asem. You get it? 104 1D 1F projects operational, 150 others under construction. We free Alan Chermanting. Now here there. Before 2020 and say about 2021. 76 factory projects under 1D1F completed. 232 ongoing. Where 2020? Could you upon catch you? And the Alan sent the area calculations. No, Alan the say 104 1D1F project operational, 150 under construction. Now, yes, Ambra, he was born to our 1D1F, 76 factories operational, 94 under. It's day pa na yemfa. Enkofo pa ejibifo. So why numbers free why day na yemfa? Is a day na operational and a day na year constructed and a day na it's in the process. Which one is in the pipeline? You see, they contradict each other because they are not truthful. 3 people. Obia my numbers be banker. Obia my 2 bankers. Banker na dia na yemfa. Because the first banker was this. And Alan Cash can in there no. Alan Cash the gentleman will say 104 1D1F project operational, 150 others under construction. Now I said they are under construction. This is 2021. Now 2020 before election no. Kojo upon Kura catch 76 projects under 1DF completed. 232 ongoing. Yes, and also a pipeline him. And I could upon come here no. A year bent to us by 1D1F, 76 factories operational, 94 under construction. So which one should we take? Bankers no the yemfa 76 94 no and a lotus 94 nim into 76 single 4 single 9. And I say yemfa 76 23 single 2 and single 2 32. And I say yemfa a year single 1 and 10 single 4 and a single 150. Yeah, bank and the na yemfa 90. Bank and the na yemfa. Because your permanent switch here and plus 1 minus 1 and see ni na say na kwa kopie je mensa calculated. Because they say you can see you work loto no kra na you permit back and front na you plus 1 minus 1 na say your numbers no you projected 2 by 2 1994 na say your drawback 1994 2004 na Saturday na square 2 na say 2 na say 76 in the bar because 76 in the banker because it has reflected 2020 it reflected my mention banker no because 76 no a reflected September 2020 it is all share code in ma 76 has dropped. Now the same 76 what happened was it also dropped 18th 2020 into 76 a banker and the general home. But the issue is 94 near 10 number about 49 single 9 or single 4. Now sa banker no see a move sa banker na where do we do because you're permanent plus 1 minus 1 about 10 41. And also Ebiana Abwedie. It is no yeah work bank and saying too sure no dear name fananti. Wemo. Enkosiaga. Ya work ya na dani de mensa. Unim loto buchame. Ye gina sorry dem ye di loto ho dance ya because ya wo foforo. Unim loto buchame. Yet to be gina sorry them di loto ho dance I say ya wo foforo. Hello, hallelujah. Good evening, everybody. Hello. Me patcho enumbre gina ha. Eya me Mr. Kevin Taylor me na me yire ene me busuafo gina ha. Enye se boni ntire gina onyankopon wo soro kokroko wato ye nkwam waboaye de nyame ya ma ye krapo de yehu bi da eya me kunu ende eya me ankasa me na me kɔ adwuma na me poli na me hwe na krata bi da ho na me tam ye ena mu se number bi wo so na saa time no me ye nipa bi a me ningi loto ho loto ya de bi a eye wiasefo ade but me kɔ na bibisu ka kire me se na de number na gusu yi ena me se ye de ma me fa ha na me twa bi keke enti me kɔ 07 ya na wa bron sanasi ena me so ma me tu show bi test kekura kutam kwa na nso na ye 55 Ghana and I'm so the one for 30 twama me and I'm je to esem bottom crab refi hallelujah amen hallelujah intimidate me try to cross san ho and I'm yire say or be yi me nyoma akosi and o dey say to me bottom blade point twa no and o say oh na akosi Kevin na lotto no akotwa dey say and I'm say boy be crab refi o and I'm say na me ko check brasafo lotto box no intimi ko ho na mu say na bia ho 7632 anything in the Gina Heo, Yamiadum, Yanya 32 million Ghana, and the Mibao Gina 1D1F, you be a company, Mayre Mamia, Gina, Tamano Tawajane, is said a Jumabium, then Yami Afa, a Loto, so I am ye Diloto one dance here, say, Yaw Uhinim Loto one dance here, no, Uhinim. into this week, the no Saturday, the anopatu to 76-32 banker Ferguso ebeto. Mesen Monday, yeba be dia dance wa 76-32. Opemwa no 32-76 and plus 1 minus 1 we 77-33. Plus 1 minus 1 is 77-33. And as all payment numbers, we bet my 67-23. Three numbers we manusum a 76-32. And then raw bank na what they call. So open so plus 1 minus 1 a 77-33. 77-33 plus 1 minus 1 no. Over to me so I know a 67-23. And your payment no. So three numbers we ever to inti men foul men ye Jimmy some kocha. Na Monday, you be dance 76-32. And they want to say, wow, probable. But open making sure plus 1 minus 1 is very, very important. Plus 1 minus 1. No, I'm paying me. We are no trying one ticket. So, maybe training you one ticket. So, the other is 76-32. Trying one ticket. For no one separate 20 Ghana. The chat, so payment 77-33. So, one ticket. So, now 10. That's all combining in now. Now we overall payment now. Into chat 3 tickets. Send a bear and board her, beboa her. Namisha, young queen. She, we got. Yes, Kasam the N 100. Kasama and your group. Which one is next? Kevin Taylor. But bottom town, we got. Uhinim. What the man could try to tell on Kevin Taylor, dear, on your papa. A man for could 76-32. Tinaho, nay, Kevin Taylor. A man for could 20 Gano. All right. If so, Antoso, yeah, and the end, Antonio, one would tear me, a manubetiao. Say, I'm fat. No one will be tear me, a manubetia, because a far one wouldn't tear me. Maybe be did set warning no. Say I'm fat. Now one will be tear me, a manubetia. But a far minimum so one wouldn't tear me. Indeed, too short, intermediate, but come here. Now look at this. A year salary issues of first ladies would have been resolved if, and when you read that story, also Atamils started say anka or try and making sure that the committee be together to make sure say and come back classify well who falls under Article 71 and who doesn't, and that was a very good plan. Atamils Sebio, he understood governance. Yeah, yenyina abanya Mahama aban ba o man toaso manana Kufuado so oye a lawyer no aba wan toaso enti initiative na Atamels start here, it was the best and kende anka Lodina a Rebecca Kufuado asemi ayeka se o se de buofu o kan ni mesi enje sike nke yendru ha. Now the question is Sakwawe, he can never open his mouth to say Rebecca, she has committed a crime by taking money she does not deserve. Anko ndidi me say kweku anjidawu or your comfort to the point to say, oh no, time and Sebio Atamils, he was in his last period. Now, no mama didn't yara ne this guy was signing contracts in Atamils office. Koko and you do criminal review. Neda no team no this year. Comfort, he cannot open his mouth and say, uncriticizing Rebecca Kufuado and this our Bozege makeup artist. He can't because always our own need. Me see. Sana Tamils Institute, who goes there? He's mad. He's created it in his own mind. A down obo, the sugar level was so diabetes nekuno. Mesiko kwa nyido. He cannot sit and say, Rebecca Kufuado upon Atamils statia anya yina. She knew, say she did not have the right to that money. On to me ka Gabi feeding biom. Gabi feeding is a police dog. Koko nyido. Foolish idiot. Recently, I heard so can be say, if people who don't want to respect or something at Tamils, I leave them to their own conscience. My friend, let me tell you, at Tamils, what Atamils stood for, no, his vice, who is John Dramani Mahama, did everything. Let me tell you, Atamils' legacy, Mahama sustained it. Atamils just wanted every kid to have a better school to attend. And it's like John Mahama administration, with the help of Professor Nana from Professor Nana Opoku-Agyeman, they built schools around Ghana. That was the dream of Atamils. The dream of Atamils was, say, he will see libraries in almost every community. And then in Ghana, majority of the libraries you are seeing in Ghana, or it was John Mahama's administration, and majority no see it was Atamils' vision. They sustained Atamils' vision. Me see what Atamils lived for. He could not complete. John Dramani Mahama completed it. And then Oba Ghana, Atamils jena open say obewu se srem ukwa your e-blocks or ha sebio encourage school team. John Dramani Mahama did it. Atamils nani oh, ni hope nyana say he will be president and give Ghanaians good health care. And John Mahama, learning from Atta Mills, made sure say whatever Atta Mills could not accomplish, I know any boss, he accomplished it. Internet the whole UGMC. Internet the okwa your friend Rich. Internet okwa your regional hospitals. Ninyina cheap compounds. That was the dream of Atta Mills. John Mahama sustained that. Me see the na Atta Mills special who say Ghana krone team no. Ubeko bebiano, ube at least airport bi wo it will make travels shorter, business quicker. Until John Mahama try say he will build airport. Ebi ho, ebi Takrade, ebi North, ebi Kumasi. That is why John Mahama did that. So he sustained Atta Mills' legacy. He made sure say jene da Atta Mills akoma so no obeye enuntina ende jene Atta Mills pe na nkopeso ohun say ekrobia na district na constituency region bia no na ye regional marketer sebio ye maamenom ye aunties omo ye adwuma wo dwom no they will get a better place, living condition, working conditioner in sota embo omo. And John Mahama sustained that. He knew Atta Mills would have loved that, so he built KJTR market, he built Kotakrawa market, he built all these markets around the country. Ninyina are the things Atta Mills wanted to do. God in his own wisdom took Atta Mills, and John Mahama accomplished that for Atta Mills and Ghanaians. And if you don't have anything to teach at your Atta Mills center, for Jimmy every single thing that John Mahama did, accomplished as president, it was the blueprint and the dream of Atta Mills. So you cannot sit anywhere else and say Atta people who don't want to respect Atta Mills' legacy. You are a fool. You don't know what you are talking about. Go back into Atta Mills' manifesto. Go and read it very well and see Nafato to the John Mahama if it is not the blueprint of what Atta Mills wanted to happen. John Mahama, being a good leader and a good listener and a good student, learned from Atta Mills and realized that continuation is very, very important. So he carried on the dream. That's why and the NDC can boast of schools, they can boast of hospitals, they can boast of roads, they can boast of markets, they can boast of airports, they can boast of chip compounds, they can boast of regional hospitals. That was the dream, and people in the NDC who took over from Atta Mills, John Dramani Mahama, accomplished that. So when you see foods like this, they sit on radio and TV, men who cannot take care of their wives and their kids, looking on for their kids to die, come to tell us that they know Nyansa, Onimi Nyansa Bia, where he's being fed like Gabi. He's just envious of John Mahama because he's far better than him in everything, and it is a fact. All right, the next one is this. Ghanaians are looking for too much too soon. Or my hene of Agogo. Nana, Nane, Sebio Manisi Suminaso. Sawonyo Obatna, Sebio Nane, Agogo hene, Oko wari oba. Na wonetna, infie num, na se akorabian bemwa. Die na opese obade busu afo busawo. Obade busu afo busawo se, na no, masa, na ebia ondo benada na obubefu. Because the priority no say o worry oba no na go say wo bem enti for 5 years na say wa worry oba na na say wo huni wo ma no sisumi na so enya wo na meka wasem we dey asem na meka ebia nana ebia wo ko worry oba no mfie numnie ebia nana wanka nchiro bia de bia wo je fans minio ebia nana huni wo ma no sisumi na so enya wo ba me kirekira asemu na mfie num agogo hene na oba no ebusuafo kase na yesie de wa ware why party wedding kakraka obia ti wudin na de hia pa ne de emfa 5 years on babusa obeka so mokasa dodo nana mesrew enibra ba papa me say enibre na aba nana o mesrew a ye de ni die pa pe bebi tena infienum na Ghana fo busa se ye pe kwan ba akopɛ president na oteso no sebio nana ebi o chen ana ebi a wo chen no ontumi nya kwan ba akokra infienum agugu ankasa ede pa na nara danko ekufuado ayewa agugu ana na obetumi no se subo akase eye mi ankasa mo fa se ekufuado be di president no say na wayewa agugu ama agugu man so betumi de ensesi abo se ekufuado na yeye na infienum you don't even have to say that say Ghana for we are looking for too much too soon infienum 5 years nana ende bia on ti Ghana me respect o pa me mbese ma no betia o enti mesra wanana twen ho kakra na speed ni ade ba no wan hwa ka ne wo so wa ye mehwe na wontom etu na wo henema so etu na wo che no etu na ehu bebi onam enti na mesra wa tena baby me bese nka wo be kasa asem yi na nka na wa press conference na wa kire nyoma miensa ana enan enum a na do dan kwaku do besi so mfie numi wa ya ma agogoman eno ena nke betie se na ene wo asam ka ene asam a wo ke de sebi wo se etie na wentumi amfa obu unsensi ubo anka nkyere Ghana for say meti agogo na Akufo-Addo di president 5 years die na waye ema agogofo ema ye ho atoye die na ye tiem ye kosala ise sebio entwen koto ababa no say na waye man na wentumi fa unsensi ubo anka saa ene de wo ka no ewom say obeka ba ye ntie manu sisumina so kan de obeka o nana ye ntie enti sebio wo asem foforo kan na de ekono eka oto na aka na ntia na aka oto ena ewo me na ewo yen totally different things ebia wo de Akufo-Addo ebia wo de MPP ni ebia wo de ye wo de obeto ma MPP ye ne binum no de ye MPP for so ye hunu kura ebeka no kura no se ye pesa wo kire de Akufo-Addo ye wa agogo se ne be ya sebio ye betena ha ya no ntia wo ye say a word to a wise nana members man betia wo inti sebio next time de bie mic ni tuma and watch left and watch right and sana obeka de also kan yamisha nana. All right, now look at this. Obesa me bie man kasa nana ne chere chere nye good omo de yi spray eyi for ka omo spray ka na spray hu yellow nana dwen say good menka me na me nkoka nka se makokasa nana agogoman hene ne chere chere nye good papa wote aka 9 enaka se nana ne chere chere ne eyire good nsanye nye good dade ne spray ena odi beating kofo enye sa nana good na chere no ye ko enim menka da nana manu sisum na so ye ko enim. All right, I was set up by someone I sacked for corruption. See this flimsy excuse. So you were sacked by somebody you sacked for corruption. But you were caught in the act. It does not justify your criminality. It does not justify what we saw on TV. It does not justify anything. Say, Opamu obi and I'll settle up. Senkawe nipe bi a principled and because we saw you sit in your chair giving command and instructing people to rush a process because somebody just handed money over to you. So you sacking somebody who was involved in corruption does not justify you from what you did. It does not justify your criminality or your actions. You were a criminal, Charles Bisu. I am Akufo-Addo. I think Obia Akufo-Addo bibi. Obia bonidua na say Nyankopon bonidua. What sacking Charles Bisu, what was so difficult about it? Na Akufo-Addo. Into Rebecca, so to me Kenyan se same and Chapa say, "Jack, panwa kwa we keke die ne be ya ma wo, die pa na betuma gie free aban nim." Just to sack Charles Bisu from this government totally for the world to know say keke Akufo-Addo dey say Obia bodua. And I say obi di kurikuri ene mba adwon so ayem kwan mo anom because the wo ye ne de mentias yo ida say bi oba bi e di kurikuri ene kotre dwonso ayem kwan mo anom nti sacking Charles Bisu was a big deal about it. It's not going to hurt the party. It is going to help your credibility. It is going to help the party. It is going to help your governance when it comes to the fight against corruption. Me see Akufo-Addo me dwunu wa me sure say oba bi e di kurikuri ene kotra Johnson ayan kwan mananom na dwene achia na Rebecca so to nka bibi nkyere who is Charles Bisu. See the problems Charles Bisu dia break Akufo-Addo aban and then nobody can talk about corruption abram for Charles Bisu dimbem na papa we nam Ghana yere ne bose okpo na ultimi pama kwa we free aban nim ene ebia na akora we de asawfo abram on omda ana say ebia we di boni bi na Charles Bisu nim because I don't know what you will lose if you say this fool should leave this government. I don't know what you will lose. I don't know what the government will lose. It will actually help this government. It will send some positive signals out there that you have in fact fired this guy totally from your government. Say either say ebia na we campaign no I don't know for jantra for bro and now say obabi de kotra jonso any kurikuri ayenkwa mo anom because I don't get it. What have you got to lose if you sack this fool from your government? What have you got to lose? Ebia you bitina. I just don't get it. Erade Nyankopon. Akufo-Addo pa. All right, the last story is this. Mo amunim yese Shatawale has actually introduced what you call Shazi. I don't know, it's a Saxi, it was a Saizi, it was a Saxi. Saxi, no. Shatta Wale, as a musician, has launched online taxi services, Shatta Taxi, which is quite impressive. I urge all other musicians to follow suit. Stone Boy, I know you are very, very dynamic, very industrious. You can also come up with something quite interesting. It will benefit the economy. You get something out. You also create opportunities for people. I expect musicians are more Ghana. At the end of the day, we've realized people love your talent. People are always fond of you guys, trying to support you. If you have business ideas like what Shatta has brought on board, Shatta Taxia, obviously it's going to create opportunities for people. People are going to get jobs to do. People are going to get jobs to do. It's going to create opportunities. So I expect the so-called big ones, it is a Stone Boy, it is a medical, and LB as a medical din. It is a medical. Mo amusimu woska no. Yadi eni kapre. Akasifona sebi omoniatina mo nim what life is. Enye omo they are selfish tribal bigots. It's just akodi na. Ono tifie kwa na oma na yiri scam man yeduane lan buofu because owiase not no. Okoto draws ashakura na eni ya. Sa akodi na bodwe se the Otafrin point to Okoto draws ashakura na eni ya. Such a tribal bigot. Inti omo asebi omoni atika krana omo so musician Stone Boy medical obi to say Obrafo Ochiami Kwame is my guy. Onya obi to say this young upcoming ones here ya tagomo afina mo de musika neba scaneba. You should look at stuff like this. You need to be looking at investment opportunities near there. They say it will get to a point you cannot be our talk again. Shatta Wale, one thing I like about him, Adebia, what can I say? It will get to a point he cannot perform. It will get to a point he will not be Shatta Wale again. The energy will not be there. So he's making investments he can rely on. And I think this is good for a musician. Sebio, with all due respect, he doesn't have a degree, but he's proven, say, it's not about your degree. It's about being smart, understanding the system, creating opportunities, and also taking advantage of what people are not taking advantage of. So credit to Shatta Wale for what he has done. I pray that other musicians follow suit, because as we speak now, movie industry in the egu. Movie industry na mo elaboro for YouTube ne eno mo Jimmy omo into musicians now, especially Stone Boy. You are Shatta Wale's competitor. You guys compete each other a lot, and it is good. It's healthy for the game. So I expect you to also create something, and then you guys can, in fact, use your influence to employ a lot of people. Thank you very much, family. We're back after 2 minutes to do the editorial of the day. welcome back to the show. My name is Kevin Akobedu Taylor. You're still watching with all due respect extended version. It's a Thursday. We're taking it cool. We're taking it slow because sometimes we need to rest and then present the show. My producer said if I don't show this, he is actually going to quit. I don't know why my producer is threatening me this evening. I'll say this video, I think most people have seen. Ghana for people recorded them. It's quite pathetic. It's a signal. Say we are actually sitting on a time bomb. Also, if I don't show this video, he will actually quit. So I don't want him to quit. I'll see you in the video.
There's no job in Ghana. There's no job in Ghana. All the way looking for a job to join the forces. All the way to Elwak. There's no job in Ghana. I'm a all the way just to join. All the way. All the way. C'est pas possible. There's no job in Ghana. Just to join all the way from Elwak Stadium. Just to buy food. C'est pas possible. Just look at this. Just look at this. Is it Association International? Just look at this. Just looking for job. All the way into Elwak. There's no job in Ghana. Look. There's no job in Ghana. God. All the way.
Like the issue is not a joke anymore. But you see, these people sit and they speak grammar. And the moment you try to correct people that the reality is people need jobs. People need jobs. You see, yeah, because it is rotten. UGMC, it is not fully operational. There are schools that if we had finished, majority of these people, they could be, because majority of them have finished polytechnics, tertiary institutions. They could be hired interim to make sure that they teach in these schools. People don't have jobs. Ekufuor has not created one. Let's watch this again. Then you said that you tell me to fix myself. You are a mad person to say that. A dambi na obo.
There's no job in Ghana. There's no job in Ghana. All the way looking for a job to join the forces. All the way to Elwak. There's no job in Ghana. All the way just to join. All the way. All the way. C'est pas possible. There's no job in Ghana. Just to join all the way from Elwak Stadium. Just to buy food. C'est pas possible. Just look at this. Just look at this. Is it Association International? Just look at this. Just looking for job. All the way into Elwak. There's no job in Ghana. Look. There's no job in Ghana. God. Look, all the way.
But you know the most interesting thing? In conform go on page way, there are some watching me right now who are insulting me. Oh yeah. Me, sometimes I'm going to be honest with you. There are some of them they are going to pay for the forms. And you say it's free. You are going to pick forms and pay again to the soldiers. Obisube come as a bribe. As we speak, Osafma for Bushia form person go soldier. Ekupu adobusia form person go soldier. NPP, NDC, MP some more parliament. Ebusia form person go soldier. Ya ji omu nyina forms no dia ma driver dia wako dropping or oh yeah. MPs na $100,000 so. And omobusa more fast for so who do you want to go to the army? Yes. Bring your CV. And what show and the man driver and say ya job $100,000 you go talk. Drive it and go there and say honorable Kominini say I should come and drop this. So all these people standing there, less than 1% will get access. Omo so no omo training na so omo police kebia they will be dropped. Omo mujina bet say less than 1% will get a job. And there Yan say they have some of them sitting right now. They are sitting right now insulting me. I am speaking against the government that cannot deliver, that cannot give them jobs. Commander Shiga Factory is what Air Pro. Afari Hospital is what F Pro. UGMC is not fully operational. Schools are here. Ekufuado Embe finishing on for teacher for Obi Anko Training College. But the interim, no, you can make that person go and teach in a primary school basics. Ekufuado so on yet. So many chip compounds in Ghana. Ombian official no also on yet and or 2 a Jimmy for 2 years so. Nana show boy. Nitisa bosom. This country is sitting on a time bomb. One day, Obi Betu Twabo President Timutu, you'll be shocked. Also recently, terrorists are coming to Ghana. The way they are recruiting Ghanaians as terrorists, who be that. Me say one day, penyini bi gina badwamu din komo na akole bi atwetu aboni tirimutu. Or say I'm tired of this. Yeti krom ha. You just say that Kevin is causing confusion. You see all these people, the issue is say omunya edwuma no kra. What they are going to do, they say they struggle to get that job and they are going to make sure the job benefits them. And these kinds of institutions, police, soldier, navy, immigration, they are so corrupt because sometimes no crampono na on deserve so benye dwuma no na wenya ne issue nyina ne say sa yes or trefia abani twi ni mu no obekire mu say we fucking ente ho na who corruption afenese. So we are breeding corruption because the anger in people, no, it makes them feel that the country is not there for them. The system is not there for them. So when they get the opportunity, you cannot stop them. We did 28, we did 32, we did 33. There's pressure on him to build. There's pressure on him to get married. There's pressure on him to also own a car. There's pressure on him to have that status in his community and his family. What is he going to do? The salary isn't enough. He needs to go the other way. He will be corrupt. So we starve the people, we frustrate them, and then we make them ready for corruption. So all these people you see there, we are grooming them for corruption, and they are ready. And when they get in there, it's about them. It's about what they will get. Because they've realized that sit there. These are facts. Yes. Now, let me take 15 minutes and talk to Kwesi of a year multimedia. Kwesi onena multimedia. He's the big boy. He started multimedia from scratch. Baby at Joy FM started here. Kakran, and they've gotten to this point. People like Komla Dumor, Kwesi Che, Akoya, and the MPP Kweku 101, sa criminally, and the Yenjano on Kagana Sem. He's on the board of NCA or Sadian or the Paul Adomochimo Omugo Kujo Pong Krumakra Information Minister. He came from Joy FM. So you could see somebody who has established an institute, a company, he has put something together to groom Ghanaians. Positively, they've come to impact this country. Kwesi Twums is one person that you cannot jump over because he has proven over the years to say it is not about bragging, it's not about talking, it's not about making people think that you can kill, you can murder. It's about doing the job. being consistent and making sure say also what contribute to quota to a nation. So when we're talking about entrepreneurs who started from somewhere and are here today, you cannot take out Kwesi Twum. And Kwesi Twum has been in the system for a long time. Kwesi Twum, we know, he has been a hardworking man from day one. At the end of the day, he's gone through his downs and his downs and ups and his roller coaster life. At a point, sometimes his business went down. He fought so hard to bring it up. We have all been here. We have all looked at Kwesi Twum progressively and slowly and gradually bring multimedia to where it is today. And there were Adum, Joy, Asempa, Oko Kumasi, Love FM. He has been able to spread it out for Ghanaians to know. Say when it comes to multimedia, when it comes to this industry, he is a champion in there. Now, if you were able to put all this together in a couple of years, you don't expect somebody to just come in and destroy all that you have built, because credibility is important. And the Otis America 5 million Supreme Court scandal now, it is because somebody mentioned my name in it, and I need to come out and protect my name. Or response or petition, it forced me to sit up and make sure I get to the bottom of this. I am not part of what they are talking about, or I did not take any money from Afrifa. So that is why when you see me on this Chief Justice 5 million scandal, it is all about protecting your name. Credibility is important. Kwesi Twum has been somebody, he has had his company, governments have come, governments have gone. His political affiliation, nobody cares. Whoever he supports is his own problem. But for all we know, when he put Joy News or multimedia together, it was all about giving people information. Whoever is in power, whether he's going to be biased or not, at the end of the day, the job is that give the information. So he has been in the system for a long time. Now, in these few days, Kennedy Japan beka similar for Kwesi Twum. If I were Kwesi Twum, I will not even allow 24 hours to pass to respond to that, because internationally, multimedia, and I said Joy News and a multimedia company itself, it is known worldwide, and it's one of those companies technically your prime media house or majority of the international media, they look out for prime media release statement. They sometimes don't even have to verify because they have been in the system for a long time. GBC release statement, it's this GBC. Say about the private ones because multimedia is starting for some time now, a few people they have been able to sustain some little bit of their credibility until now. Now, for Kwesi Twum to sit down, Kennedy Japan will make a statement. Sebio, it's not just a vague statement. A just statement. Kevin, I walk. No. And Kevin, I look me. I walk. No. Kevin, no. It is a statement, and that's an allegation. It is not an allegation. You can just walk. You can just smile. You can just say it's nothing. No. It is an allegation. It affects every single individual who is part of the multimedia family. It is an allegation. It affects every single journalist who is affiliated to multimedia. It is an allegation. It affects the credibility of information that comes out of multimedia. The reason is the moment Sobi making some allegations against a company like multimedia about the CEO himself, it puts the credibility of that media institute, media network, that company into clear-cut disrepute. The issue, as Mama Kenyan said, Oba Brochira, Nipa Bakwa, or your head of an entity or a company or a big investment and a chain company, say onukwa out of his private life, it can affect the company to the last messenger in that company. Because you want to say you are the head and the eye of the company, and that anything you get involved in, say a criminal, technically it ripples and it affects your company. The credibility of anyone who works in your company, your managers, your assistants, whoever is in the company, it affects them. That's why we see say a family, a chain. That's why you say you're a leader, you're a CEO of a company. It is very, very important. Over multi-million dollar companies now, that's what we see you are. It's a big deal. Because one, if the CEO messes up, even in his private life, it can shut that company down. Some clients will be like, I'm not going to even buy this product from this company again because this CEO has done this. So it is important. Now, what makes it more dangerous is when a member of parliament, an influential person, somebody who is in government, makes an allegation directly for the CEO of the company. It's dangerous. Now, let's listen to Kennedy Japan, and after that, we will continue with this issue.
To beat the hell out of him. And then I'm corrupted. Why am I drug kids in a method about?
One castle be attacking.
Min castle be attacking. Min casa, baby. But try some for trouble now with the starting, you know. Try some me catch them. Trouble now with the establishing company. Jones will move you. He's from company. Most young up with them could be very much. What's your for? Drug na mo ye. Drug, make sure mo baby na mo get drugs nuko. Ha, mi slow drive for. Mi slow mo drive. We are make kuni pan anywhere. For drug na mo dey start here no. Drive for me catch them. Drug na mo dey establishing company no. Jones wo mu yo. Mi slow mo company. Mo ti na pe mo kuni very much. What's your for? Drug na mo ye. Drug, make sure mo baby na mo get drugs nuko. Mi slow drive for. Mi slow mo drive. We are make kuni pan anywhere. For drug na mo dey start here no. Drive for me catch them. Drug na mo dey establishing company no. Jones wo mu yo. Mi slow mo company. Mo ti na pe mo kuni very much. What's your for? Drug na mo ye. Drug, make sure mo baby na mo get drugs nuko. Mi slow drive for. Mi slow mo drive. We are make kuni pan.
So, Kennedy Japan made this statement on radio, a national radio, and he was emphatic about the statement. Say, Kwesi, he used drugs to establish multimedia, Joy FM, and he even went further to mention one Jones. Say, if Kwesi and Dia Jones is still alive. Now, the issue here, what makes it more dangerous for Kwesi than to say, Senipa Erezi are making this kind of allegation against you. Say, oh, the drugs. Now we are drugs. Or bet you baby and I'm for drugs, at the establishing multimedia. The question is, say, Kwesi wants us to believe that he was never involved in drugs. As Kennedy is alleging, he was never involved in trafficking drugs. As Kennedy is alleging, he has never used drug money to invested drug money in his business. As Kennedy is alleging and mentioning somebody like Jones, what in the world is stopping Kwesi from taking Kennedy Japan to court? It's a question we all need to ask. If Kwesi believes that the allegations Kennedy has put out there, which can destroy the multimedia brand worldwide, because if we decide to do a story now, the captions that will flow is simple. A high-ranking member of government alleges Joy News CEO Kwesi used drug money to start his business. Kwesi fingered in drug dealings. These are some of the captions. Kennedy Japan gives name to support his allegation against Kwesi on drug distribution or in the drug market. Kwesi started Joy News by selling hard drugs. So there are so many captions that the international media can pick up, and that anytime somebody goes online and Google's multimedia, the CEO Kwesi, that is what is going to come. Now, why do you think somebody like Kwesi, who has worked so hard in his life, done everything possible in this world to sustain multimedia, quiet? Kwesi, why are you quiet? Why are you not clearing your name? Why are you not proving to the world that what Kennedy Japan is saying is a lie or it is true? Because the moment you don't say anything, and this is not a matter of issuing a strong word statement. No, it's not a matter of you going to write something on paper to say, this is my statement and I'm warning Kennedy Japan. No, that is not what we people like us are waiting for. We are expecting you to enter court and then make a case against Kennedy Japan and say that your company is on the line, your credibility is on the line, your everything is on the line. And that what Kennedy Japan said is wrong and he needs to come prove to the world. Because now, for what we know, outside Ghana and around the world is the CEO of multimedia is a drug dealer. Until you come out and you sue Kennedy and Japan, until you take Kennedy to court, I believe that you are a drug dealer and that nothing on earth can convince some of us that you are involved in drugs. I didn't make those allegations. Kennedy and Japan made those emphatic allegations, and you have the right to take Kennedy to court. What is stopping you, Kwesi, from going to court to call Kennedy to come into a box and prove to the world that you, Kwesi, has never been involved in drug trafficking? Because as we speak, drugs. Because you are not fighting. You are not fighting back. There's a legitimate way you can fight back by going to court. It's not about you issuing statement. It will not do anything. Because the fact should be established that you never got involved in drugs. And the person who made that statement needs to come prove beyond reasonable doubt that you didn't use drug money to establish multimedia. Because as we speak now, we can decide to change multimedia's name and say multi-cocaine. Because the owner himself, the CEO, who is Kwesi, has not come out to say, I didn't do drugs to establish this company. Every single reporter or media person in multimedia now is now associated with drugs. You can't tell me now that you are not involved in drugs. You were or you are still involved. No, because you have not come out taking this guy to court to challenge him to prove to the world that you never got involved in drugs. So as we speak, it looks like Kwesi, you are a drug peddler. You are a drug dealer from the allegations of Kennedy Japan. I didn't make that allegation. Kennedy Japan made the allegation on radio. He mentioned one Jones. So what is stopping you? And I'm shocked that a whole multimedia, from the last to the first, nobody is speaking about this. From Obi to the last person at Joy News, nobody is saying Kennedy has said something against our CEO, which we know for a fact is not true, and that we need to take him on. And the right quarters to take this fool on is in the law court. So what is stopping you, Kwesi? Because it is looking like that is what you did, and that is what you are still doing. Until you take Kennedy to court, until you sue Kennedy and Japan, nobody will believe that you don't do drugs. You don't sell drugs. You didn't use drugs to establish multimedia. I was shocked because all your credibility is on the line. Your credibility is on the line. Multimedia Joy News is on the line. Your whole investment is on the line. Prove to the world that you are not a drug peddler. You did not do drugs. That Jones guy is mentioning, you don't know his name. You have never been involved in drugs. Take Kennedy to court. A strong-worded statement will not change anything because the facts is what we want to know. So that people like us, we can sit on radio and on TV and tell the world that Kennedy is mad and that Kennedy had no proof and that he just wanted to destroy you. But yet, you have not shown anything. You have not come out. You have not even responded. Does it mean, said Kennedy as someone can it is true? Then by the end of the week, or by Monday, if you don't respond by taking Kennedy to court, people like us will start making the world know you are a drug peddler. You are a drug baron. And that the Joy News you have been seeing all this while, it was through drugs that destroys people's lives. And you make the international world know that Kwesi is a drug peddler because he failed. He failed to force the person who alleged that to prove. Because you have failed to force Kennedy Japan to prove that you don't do drugs. You didn't use drugs to start multimedia. So as we speak now, currently as I speak, you are a drug peddler. Prove to us wrong. Prove to us. Let us know that Kennedy is lying. Why are you quiet? Your silence is quite disturbing. Your silence on this matter is disturbing. And every single journalist at Multimedia, Joy News, Asempa, your silence on this is quite disturbing because if it had come out that another media house CEO has been fingered or there's been an allegation against another media company CEO that he's peddling drugs, I know Multimedia would have put it on their front page. Oh yes, if it was any media house in Ghana CEO, somebody high profile politician like Kennedy alleged that that person is a drug peddler, he's a drug dealer, and he used drugs to establish the company, I know for sure that Multimedia or Joy News, you'll be sitting there discussing this right now. So I'm shocked that the whole Joy News, Multimedia, Adum, Asempa, nobody wants to protect your boss and say, our boss we know for a fact, because we have been affected. People see us that we are being paid with drug money. You are fools. Why are you not coming out to say, boss, please take this guy to court Releasing a strong word document will not change anything. If Kwesi comes out today and say, I've released a statement, Kennedy Japan, what he said is a lie, it does not prove anything. Let us know the truth by going to court, because we need Kennedy to prove beyond reasonable doubt that you never got involved in drugs. Until you do that, on this platform, all that I can say is you're a drug peddler. Yes, because you've not been able to come, you've not responded, you have not said anything. It means you accept it. It means you were involved or you are still involved. It means what Kennedy is saying is the truth. I want to protect you. I want to make sure that that kind of allegation does not sink multimedia. So I expect you to come out, go to court for people like us to follow up and defend Kwesi. You have built something good. You have been able to use this, your empire, to at least create opportunities for lots of Ghanaians. We don't want to sit here and in our heads, the perception that you are a drug dealer, you are a drug peddler. So come out. Don't just release a statement. Don't just write on a paper. Take the guy to court and tell your lawyer to tell him to come to court and prove to everybody in the world that you are a drug dealer or you did drugs before. That is, you transported drugs. You were a drug trafficker. Until you do that, as we speak now, there are so many captions that we can put together for the world to know the kind of person you are. Unless, so when taking action, then you say you are a drug lord and you are using Joy News to cover it up. Anytime we mention your name, we will say Kwesi the drug dealer until you enter court. Let court call Kennedy to come and prove his case. But until you do that, you're a drug dealer, you're a drug lord. Because Kennedy has alleged and you are quiet on it. We want to see some court action. Don't come and release a statement and say, whatever Kennedy said is bad, I don't care. It is no, it will not change anything, because we are talking about credibility here. We are talking about the credibility of the CEO of one of the biggest media houses in Ghana. It is not the CEO of some Coco Selau. You are the CEO of Multimedia, one of the biggest multimedia companies in Ghana. Kwamina work at Joy Multimedia. It's not a small place. So prove it. Until you do that, you are a drug dealer. Let people like us come out and protect you by speaking in your favor and telling Kennedy to go to court and prove it. Take Kennedy Japan to court. By next week, if you don't do this, we will make the headlines sell. We will make Twitter understand that the multimedia, Joy News, the Kimping, the CEO is a drug dealer because he failed to let the world know the truth. The only way the world will know that Kwesi, you are not a drug dealer, you're not a drug lord, you are not a criminal, is to take Kennedy Japan to court. Nobody needs a statement from you. We want to hear everything in court. We want to defend you. We want to protect you. We want people to know you did not deal in drugs or you are still not dealing in drugs. Let us know it. If you fail to do this, you will live to regret it. We will sink multimedia with this, your life. Because if you fail, then it is true that every single individual being paid at multimedia is being paid with drug money. And that is something that, as a journalist, I will not allow any CEO or any person to do. So Kwesi should come out, take Kennedy to court, and let Kennedy come prove, because we are talking about the credibility of a media house. Somebody might say, why is Kevin so interested in this? I'm interested because multimedia is basically a place where journalists go through. We need a clean sheet there. We don't want it to have this dent of people saying that, oh, you are from multimedia. We don't want a journalist for multimedia to travel out of the world and then he tells a friend, oh, where are you from? I'm from multimedia. It's okay. He leaves and the person tried to Google multimedia and it pops up. The CEO is a drug dealer. It's so bad for the country. It's so bad for our journalism. It's so bad for everything. So it is important that Kwesi steps out and protect his credibility and also protect the brand multimedia. This one there, I'm advising you, the ball is in your court. Next week, if we don't see any court action, people like us will let the world know that you are a drug peddler. You are a drug dealer. Every single money coming out of multimedia or Joy is a drug money and that you should be watched. So we will also report and tell people and tell our colleagues out here that Kwesi is a drug dealer because the person who made an allegation is a former drug dealer or is still a drug dealer. So you don't have to take this lightly. Kennedy is a drug dealer, we know. He only knows drug dealers. So for a drug dealer to come out to point at you, he didn't mention anybody's name because Kwesi Twum, you have friends. He could have said Kwesi Twum's friend, but he said you and Jones. So you need to prove yourself. Until you do that, Kwesi Twum, you are a drug dealer. This is a simple message to you. You can choose to ignore it, but if you ignore it, your multimedia is going down. And people like us will never stop talking. Anytime we see you in the news, the caption we will give you, the first name will be Drug Lord Kwesi Twum, because you failed to drag this idiot to court for him to prove to the world and people like us that you don't deal in drugs. You're still watching. With all due respect, extended version. After these 2 minutes, I'll take phone calls. Hello, caller. Go ahead, I can hear you.
What's good evening?
Good evening. Yes, sir. Everything good, Ovasako.
Perfect. The American was a galamsey for small scale man and man.
Yeah.
When the power send you text message, say maybe the judgment definition omuye U10 means who made noir because who Ghana who T-sign say I'm off on the case in the judgment day. Also, and I say almost judgment dead be acquire issue of Ghana. Obia can was him. And almost rose away to be count and U10. Like I say, small scale man, no more Jumas, no more say is more, no better than you better criticize government. Be judgment of my youth and one
Let me show up.
Yeah, Ghana.
All right, that's what I call. Hello, caller. Hello. I can hear you. Go ahead. Yeah.
Soja, Unsusun, Unsusekan, Bema Bano, Kingaka, and Masumtakwa. Now, almost a more modernized regulation of galancy.
Yeah.
Almost shares cavated party here. Almost kana mocha concession a mono. Na the lances no babe issue a mono. No muka say enkwalana. Kevin, ye ubine ya tra nkokra ne nkwala o. Isi eduma da ho. The word is global. Ye wa ha MPP ka say it is cash of me deal no me see obo begure galamsey. Pristia no bedina o kan kwa Pristia. And then men kopia 24/7 na bo manfo tu mbema ato epomatiti fi yem bi de Kevin ne kro benante hu ne kro nkase ye kekase ya kofi ya ofuro bata kofi hu ntuma ya sona pani ewia Kevin tera rebe ho na mbe ye ndinka so ye bompae se enchencheche bia wonafe and taibu.
Mr. Boss, thank you very much. All right. That was from Takwa, I guess. Yeah. Let me. Hello. All right. Hello, caller.
Good evening, Mr. Kevin Taylor.
Go ahead, Watara. Mr.
Kevin, no, my friend is me do Ghana Sunday, no. Me do Ghana Sunday. Kevin, very, very surprised on Sunday. Once I can face a labor match in Tim, and I'm seeing my Minko Krum. Kevin, I was so surprised. Just a baby, that night, you know, every station, most of the TV station, which I saw people was watching, everybody, loud silent TV. I said, wow.
Nice one.
Seriously, you made Ghana. Just Anajuno. Okay.
Yeah, Kasa.
Hello.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, just Anajuno. Me busamo me Anajuno. Kaka baby me nam Tabo Zongo, me nam Afawasi, me nam Efe Abu. Come me Tabo so bi you TV will be no. Obia stage obia too. And I'm saying, wow, that's a way in a coach. I was so surprised on that Sunday. And I said, yes, Sunday also but only on Sunday.
Yeah.
But that Sunday now, yes, over no. People tell you are doing a good job. But who say Nipo here to me back and most say yes, you are doing marvelous job. Seriously, continue for the good job.
Thank you very much.
Kwesi Twums ni your first Kennedy Dapo. Many why ko kase okonfo ne se ko. Omo no mu ni mo juma because the two of them everybody know them. Omo ni mo untimi obi onu wi entimi hu ni yonku wi ni. Obi on ton koke entimi hu ni yonku koke ni. We do mu mienu asemo e na oni first Kennedy Dapo that obi so e koke ni. And don't know about the catch Kwesi Twums say Kwesi Twums e koke no di ye yi no. Omo nkata nku omo takwa asempa FM Adom FM so omo sori omo ye send before nyankopon na yi omo yina bo nyankopon be twa omo ka 1-1 this is just beginning omo ku omo
thank you Watara
ya nkata omo bu omo na omo so omo ma Kennedy na Paul omo ma no chairman mami fancy
all right
thank you
Watara thank you too for the call hello caller yeah good evening
Kevin good evening brother Kevin on shall be brainy yeah mama da Ghana
amen
sometimes me da say Kevin on say we say we educate anis every niama boni ekoso those who always insult you no omuyem and muyefun ayema is because your part no more power so they don't see the struggling. I share video here we majority of the youth a year nipa hina ye form was soldier nipa hina ye form was soldier for 1 year na share a domo go hono mo no o ka se omo nyina penny say am person ko so na the answer no but they don't have any means which are nipa ye be form no o form dada we camouflage but choose your problem one ya hinfo no two immigration and my so called so and he say if these people let me back out and if we are making me say ni for egusaki unumu juma friends me wan kacha kupa do say ejuma obi aye practice obi esi a wo ba ye no bi na me for a mission mo ase no enye juma nye ohini we an kacha kupa do o say you criticize ya do because of the payroll so those idiots no na how mu feel say omudo ye fura ye ma akaka baby ye kika kono mi si ebeti bomo ya ebugo bano ni ebugo gide mi kase South Africa ye wo karata kakra be 10% wo Ghana shia ate this Ghana ko say I'm not here no almost so moja to count because of yes of yes no but you was South Africa character for kakra Ghana ada ko for no ada Ghana shit da just to why are we about this no factory maximum for guy this when my son okay say I go for to a fear baku 17 in UK a fear a house a fear UK a fear baku 17 in UK so this I say and let me one and this I say just me because laws are good for Bajino. Sikano where the John is Faji. Shania Kesia Wadiayama or Mino. So say let's wait is the car more than 3 times near Jamahama Ajia. Now you she or Ghana. And you know what they go to talk to you about. So this is what we have for, and I'm not part of it. And we are all suffering, and we are going to suffer.
All right.
And just thank you very much.
Is not here to do anything for Ghanaians.
All right, thank you very much. All right. Okay. Hello.
Yo,
Yeah, good evening, sir. Go ahead.
If I saw your friend, Heart of the Hood, I'm a free Saudi Arabia.
All right.
Kevin, as someone make a cranny say, sometimes you know, say like I wonder say journalists who are more Ghana no. So mo come journalism school no here because obi biara o tie asama wo kan en sama wo kan no. See ye tie o, ni ko tie journalist na mo tie na asa sabi o, wa mo ma dane banche te say ye hu because yen kan ko say shenta kwa wo document a wo kire fact any evidence o di pie. Yen bu say ade na journalist o mo fie no. What the document ni pie no the fact ni pie o mo ntimi mpiki enkasa ewo ho emma ni nkwekire emma Ghana fo ho say nsema ekoso ni ye ke keep basis asema hoyi when in for isu o mu die wo yeni mo mo pese o mu ni o mo shemra eme ye di so Ghana o Mr. Kevin na so mo boss akoro no we ye she corruption kata se ni pro ye o mu ye we ntimi no ye mbu say wo say baby de na ebe ye na ye ka no ye nje ka Ghana ni nya de ebe ye biem because in for mu die ni ni me show corruption kata se ni pro ya o mu ye na Mr. Kevin what document ni pie what the fact ni evidence ni pie we young journalists or more Ghana or more check sebi or more information or more feed information they are all afraid of being timid the kasa efa ho as do mo the we no
eh ya on
we ade am pese Ghana ko
okra won chen no ntimi Edding yeah
me can't tell because problem like no say o mo ko medal school because sorry we no need that branch because she be only with sebi asan agyansa ni agye like me wo me so mo obi biara o ti o Kevin o be kan kura itu nyame nem ne kura ye se se ya adopto we se ye di amao e Salif Ibrahim Kevin se so wo ye zongo ni ya adopto wala ni wi wala o na me ye be tande am David
bye bye
o pese o boss now we dey
wa be ba o be di na me ponche wa no enti alaji me ponche wa no hello caller hello yes sir, go ahead.
Hello.
Yeah, well, I can hear you. Go ahead, boss. Kasa.
Hello. Okay.
Yeah, you're talking Kasa.
Yeah, Kevin. Why did be just a single dim for one back?
Let me be a Dion. She see.
Nah, she see, would be academic, so one mother. No program. Nah, the phone on you.
Baby, I'll wait me movie kakra. Wait me movie if baby I'll kakra. You go lightning break. You just move a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, Tonka, go ahead.
Okay. Can you on some next time? The Japan with you. Also, also, up until academia, which I know what about picture. In this time, no, do I now or proof need to answer. Or then maybe.
All right, it looks like his line isn't really helping, but it looks like I think say we heard it say or say this is not the first time as some we see. It means say asama a takoso yenyina enim between Kennedy and Kwesi Twum. Ochina ombeba waka so yenuafo we de enya sembia nanka wo say amanfo taking it serious na but that be any de yentiase. No. Hello caller. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, I'm Bacho. Good voice,
morning.
Yeah, Bacho Kasa.
Saudi. Yeah. Yeah. Good morning. Saudi Arabia.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Kevin said,
I think Saudi Arabia online, no, it's not the best. I'm trying to pick a few calls on the Thursday. Then, hello caller. Line is jamming again. Just say I style. Obia person from me. I'm looking at the phone here. I don't even know what to do. Hello. Yes, I'm Bacho Kasa.
Line my
star, boss.
Your friend Abdul Fattah. Abdul Fattah. Your friend. Yeah. Hello, Chiminka.
Obia Tonka, Obia Transfer Bekasa, Obia Tonka, Abdul Fattah, Bacho Kasa.
Bacho, because history. We tell her to us some yeah, yeah. So many job baby and so
but I say I would have told you Misha also entire time frame. Why? But I say
that's it.
All right. Hello, caller. Hello. All right. Okay, I guess I'm trying to pick calls. Any idea about hello, caller? Jesus Christ. It's tough, right? Like Obian to pick a call. Just say all the Ghana calls are not coming through. Abruche phone. So this is I think this is an Ohio number. Yeah, it's not working. Okay, and I'll end today's show. I really wanted to pick calls. What I'll do in this Ochina, I'll give you guys a lot of time to call. Number here, Ochina, you guys can also maybe about 1 hour or something to call, and all the things we discussed within the week, we can talk about it, Ochina. Yeah. Hello? Okay. That's it. I'm not picking any more calls. All right, thank you very much for being part of today's show. Inti the can as simple as that. Kwesi Twums of multimedia. Joy News. Kwesi Twums. Take Kennedy to court. Don't release any strong word statement. That is bullshit. Nobody wants to listen. If you want to tell us that the Kennedy can no craft and court. Na Kennedy be yan or court. Don't check Ghana. And intina announce the Kennedy echo court. Kennedy echo to papa so court no. Obi dize kwekuba akodi Kennedy court. Kennedy pap echo to papa so court. It also be so prove you say Kennedy can cre na wonya drag lord take Kennedy to court and let Kennedy come there with his evidence to prove say own your drugs. But just releasing a statement, it will not change that, because you also need to clear your name. Your credibility is important, and the credibility of multimedia is important. And you have tomorrow and Monday and next week to at least prove to Ghanaians and say, oh, you'll be a bit to my respect to her, a bit to my Jew, oh, you're involved in drugs. Or say Jones CB. Let him come and prove who that Jones is. And you two have to prove to us and say, own your drugs. But until so, we see you as a drug lord, and multimedia as an entity, they are being paid with drug money. This is very, very clear. So thank you very much for listening. Tomorrow, we're going to be here. It's a Friday tomorrow. Tomorrow is Friday in SMPE. I would like to say thank you to our donors on Patreon. If you want to be a Patreon donor, just go to Patreon/with all due respect. Patreon/ with all due respect. You can be a monthly donor, $10, $20, $30, whatever you think you can do to help push this show. It's been a wonderful journey. I would like to say thank you to every single individual spending over 3 hours with me. It's always a pleasure to have you on my show. I keep telling you, I respect your time, and I respect every single minute you spend on this show, because you have so many platforms